Hi, I'm Jim Witt. Welcome to Middletown, Ohio. United we stand, together we serve is our theme this year for the Independence Day Parade on July 4th, 2019. 1775, people in New England began fighting the British for their independence. On July 2nd, 1776, the Congress secretly voted for independence from Great Britain. 2 days later, on July 4th, 1776, the final wording of the Declaration of Independence was approved and the document was published. The first public reading of the Declaration of Independence was on July 8, 1776. Delegates began to sign the Declaration of Independence on August 2, 1776. Now, in 1870, Independence Day was made an unpaid holiday for federal employees. In 1941, it became a paid holiday for the employees. Now, in the background, you see the photos from the assembly area at Smith Park. There was a great turnout this year for the parade. People started early, lining the streets, waiting for the units and floats. The weather was nice. Not too hot, but comfortable. Our hats off to Jerry Lewis and her team for an awesome event. Jerry put in a lot of effort this year for our 4th of July parade. The units lined up at Smith Park, and Jerry drove the car carrying our Grand Marshals. The parade committee was excited this year to announce the Grand Marshals for the 4th of July parade, Chance Blue, age 8, and Skylar Weaver, age 10. You might remember their story from the newspaper. This young man saved his sister after someone jumped in their grandma's car and tried to steal it at Atrium Medical Center. Middletown Police Chief Rodney Muttersball said, "This little guy is a hero, no question. He pulled his sister out of the car with no concern for his own safety." The parade this year started at Smith Park and headed south on Verity Parkway to Woodside Cemetery. In the past, the 4th of July parade went from Woodside Cemetery to Smith Park. It's about a 2-mile walk, a nice morning walk. The parade got underway at 10 a.m. with the award ceremony at Woodside Cemetery later. We had the parade well covered with Doug Brate in a golf cart getting videos of the people along the parade route. Sean Lawrence was our photographer at large, walking the parade route, getting photos of the people watching the parade. And we were at our normal place on Verity Parkway at Central Avenue. Here's some video of the units beginning to leave Smith Park. All right, the parade's getting down to our area at Verity Parkway and Central Avenue. At the lower left-hand corner of the screen, you can see Doug Brate out with the golf cart. He's our embedded guy. Levi Kramer is driving the golf cart, and Doug is on the passenger side. So he'll be shooting video going up and down. Now, they'll go down and come back and shoot video in different places. So it'll be showing up different times, different places. But right now we have the color guard of military veterans from Veterans of Foreign War 3809 and the American Legion Post 218. And the Honor Guard van from American Legion Post 218. And we have our kids coming down the street now with our banner for this year's parade, and the theme is United We Stand, Together We Serve. And as you know, the sun was not bright that day. The temperature was comfortable. Wasn't hot, wasn't cool, it's just comfortable. Compared to last year on the 4th of July, it was like 101 degrees with heat index. And kind of very oppressive if you were out there in the heat. Here's another VFW van, 3809. Now we have a big truck coming, UPS truck, with their float on the back. All the people are here sharing their love for the 4th of July. Also, the post commander for 3809 is on the trailer. And here's our American Legion Post 218 commander, followed by the World War II vets. And the truck also has the American Legion Post 218 president in it. And here's our Poppy Queen for the American Legion Junior Auxiliary 218. And here are some more floats, another float that is. With our big logo for the year and saying, United we stand, proudly we serve. And this would be Post 3809 for the Veterans of Foreign War. Now coming up next are the Grand Marshals this year. Chance Blue and his sister Skylar. We talked about them at the beginning of the program. And they are driven by Jerry Lewis this year. She's our president of our committee, our group for the parade. Now here comes our city council people as they come through. Some are walking and some are riding. And here's Doug with more video as he goes down or up Verity Parkway. This year he's in a golf cart, so Levi's going down, coming back up, and getting different opportunities to shoot some video of the crowd. There's Channel 5 was out filming or videotaping our parade this year, and I believe they interviewed Jerry and the Grand Marshals too. A little brief history about the Declaration of Independence. Congress debated and revised the wording of the Declaration on July 4th, 1776. The document was prepared by a committee of 5, including future presidents Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Ben Franklin, Roger Sherman, and Robert Livingston. The committee and Congress made a total of 86 changes to the original Jefferson draft. And now we have the Knights of Columbus, Chapter 1601, their honor guard, followed by their float with the gentlemen normally just ride on the little carrier. And we didn't see the guy with white beard this year either. So, and here comes a Middletown judge, James Sharon from Middletown Municipal Court, in a car driven by Jimmy Hawkins. That's his pride and joy, though, that convertible classic car. We got more video now of down the road on the parade. That one got by us. Don't have any idea what the name of the float or the group is for that one. Now, coming up here pretty soon, we're going to have the Middletown High School Alumni Band will be playing. As you can see, the streets were just lined. The temperature was comfortable, and we enjoyed the temperature. Got a little warmer, though, later on, and we'll be carrying the awards program at the end of the parade. We'll kind of jump ahead in time and edit to that. And it got a little warmer because the sun was out. but we were in the shade down there. So now we're going to move up here in a minute. And the alumni band from Middletown High School will be here, and we'll play a little music for us. And here they come. Let's listen. Of course, they're playing the Middletown High School fight song, White and Purple. Nice little hand as they come through, and of course they bring their truck behind them. Excellence in Motion for the Middletown High School Marching Band. And a little more music as they go down the street. Coming up now, we got the Middletown Police Department Honor Guard. Behind the honor guard, we'll see some Butler County Sheriff's deputies on the bike patrol. Now behind that big tan thing, that is from the Military Vehicle Preservation Group. It's big. I don't know, but it could have been part of the military equipment that was given out to cities for law enforcement. But that's the Preservation Association, if I can say it. And coming up in the red car is Lily Ann Robinson, and she is Miss Butler County. She'll be up on camera in just a moment. Beep, beep. And behind her, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get a picture of her in just a second. There we go. Liliana Robinson. And here's Veterans Social Command. And we got a U.S. Army vehicle stuck in there as well. U.S. Army, Army Strong. And here comes the bike group for the Veterans Social Command. A little more history here. We have Jefferson and Adams died on the same day, July 4th, 1826. Another founding father who became president, James Monroe, died on July 4th, 1831. Calvin Coolidge, popular motorbikes and sound, the 30th president of the United States, was born on July 4th, 1872. We want to talk about a group coming up before they get here, Operations Mission Insight. Geraldine, who heads up the organization, is a military spouse and caregiver to her husband, Robert. An expert in military culture, she has dedicated her career to assisting others in understanding the uniqueness associated with the military way of life, both during and after service. Now, for more information on this organization, you catch them on Facebook, and they'll be online also. Next, we got Jefferson Lodge number 90. And their usual appearance in the parade.
Look at that thing.
You know, some of the people sitting along where the cameras were. Here we go with a little more video from Doug. And that golf cart's moving along pretty fast. And Doug's riding on the passenger side of the golf cart. They'll come by later, but you can't see him. He's on the dark side. You can see Levi Kramer, the driver. All right, coming up here, those who'd like to get healthy, be healthy, we have Connections Day Spa. And they're down on Main Street here in Middletown. That's down 50 South Main Street. It's a boutique, salon, a little bit of everything for you guys to go down there and get all prettied up. There's some more people with them walking behind. Next vehicle is from Cool Comics. It's also a new business in downtown Middletown for the comic book collector. You can buy and sell, what I understand, your comics there. So you need to stop by and just, check out what they got. You never know, you might find an old Batman, an old Superman, or whatever, comic book. When I was a kid, we used to get the comic books for like 15 cents each. Of course, they're probably $1 or $2 now, but horror films and all that. And here comes one of our favorite groups, Skateway Inn, Skateway. And I think that's Michael on top, and he's in costume. They're always fun to talk to and have fun with. A little vacation this time. He's going to ride on the stretch limo instead of performing on the street. There you go, some more people, and there's Levi and the van, or not the van, but the golf cart. Doug's on the passenger side. And Midpoint Library. Coming up, we have the Southwest Ohio Philharmonic Group. Next, we got Madison Township. Whole township's got representatives from different organizations in the township riding in the float. The next we have is to fight cancer. Not too familiar with what organization they're tied up or connected with. Join the fight against cancer. And there's the Moose Club 501. And of course the moose in the back of the truck. And they got a float on the back with everybody. Looks like they're all having fun. During the American Revolution, the legal separation of the 13 colonies from Great Britain occurred on July 2nd by the Continental Congress, who voted to approve the action. Jefferson was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. And we got more video now with Doug out on the road. And we have Joseph Legacy coming up. They're a dog rescue organization. They do a lot of great work in the community, rescuing dogs, getting them homes, adopted out, fostered out. A lot of times there's foster people who just like to foster dogs and get them back on their feet. and then somebody else will take over as the owner of the pet. There are all kinds of little puppies and dogs running around. That one dog's real big. A big black dog with a white coat on. It's a big boy. And here comes the guy with his little dog. It's like he might be a little tired or wanting to smell the ground. Whatever, you're going to pick him up and carry him now. There you go. Now you can rest, but you don't have to walk the rest of the mileage down to the Woodside Cemetery. Coming behind them, we have youth sports. Little soccer playing there. And then we have our Premier Health, which also represents Atrium Medical Center, or used to call it a hospital. Now it's a medical center because they do much more. Hospital's come a long way from being out on the hill, out on Central Avenue to just outside the city of Middletown. A brand new facility and office facilities for doctors and other people. Here we got Town Church coming up. More of Town Church. With the theme, of course, being United We Stand, Together We Serve. And they got all the little red and blue shirts on for that. And of course they're promoting their VBS program. That's that time of year, summer months, for Vacation Bible School at the different churches. And coming up with the white t-shirt is Sean Lawrence, our roving photographer. He started out at Smith Park and is walking all the way down to Woodside Cemetery. Let's check in on our conversation.
How's the walk? You know, it's not bad. I actually, with the shorts and with lighter shoes and stuff, it's not bad. But it's so humid. That's all right. That's the problem. It's the humidity. It's not the heat. Humidity will get you too. I've been drinking a bit of water and keep going. Yeah. I think so. That's a good picture of the crowd. That's good. Nice mix. Oh yeah. The crowd is so much fun. The kids. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? You know? I think so. I think that's far more interesting than the parade. Because the parade's kind of similar. Right. But the crowd's very
Nice little discussion going with Sean as he walked by and made his way down to Woodside.
I saw it, yes.
Got him on the golf cart.
Yeah, so you're right. Of course you smile.
So we got some embedded video going that way. Then we got yours to mix them too.
And I got some coming up too.
Have you?
Got more Town Church walking
See you
through.
later, man. I'll see you down at the cemetery.
And here's Doug out riding around the golf cart
That's our
with Levi Kramer as the driver.
And then the one was in the golf cart is our
I'm explaining to the people sitting there what's going on. As you can see, there's a lot of people out there. And here's Cross Point Church of Christ. They're coming up.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're good.
You're welcome.
And Cross Point has a float. And here's their characters. The Marvel characters. Guy, I think it's supposed to be Flash. Don't know. I'm not really into Marvel comics. So somebody's out there laughing. That's okay. At least I know it's from Marvel Comics. They're passing out little pinwheels and giving out to the people. Now, the next one we got coming up is Middletown Jeeps. There's a bunch of Jeeps in here. It will go on forever. And then we're going to have a show with two of the Jeeps a little bit later. But while they're coming out, let's look at some of the history of the 4th of July. In 1781, the Massachusetts General Court became the first state legislature to recognize July 4th as a state celebration. The first recorded use of the name Independence Day occurred in 1791. And the U.S. Congress made July 4th an unpaid holiday for federal employees in 1870. Much later, Congress made Independence Day a paid federal holiday, like it is today. Everybody's happy about that.
And then do off-road.
So you're coming through with music. Quite a few Jeeps. Of course, we own a Jeep too, so, but it's not like the road Jeeps like this one. I have a Liberty, and it's good. I love a Jeep. They ride a little different than the other cars. That's fine, you know, I just get used to it. But I noticed one thing, at least with mine, can't say it for all the Jeeps, but the shock absorber system is not as good as on a regular car. Still get bounced around a little bit, but I love the four-wheel drive where it switches automatically. Can't beat that. This last winter when the roads got slippy, it switched. Got about halfway down the street and it switched back to two-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. So here we go. We got the car. It's going to pull up on the tire of the other one. Watch this. Takes a little precision there. Look at that. Look at that. The other guy has to keep his Jeep steady, otherwise it could be a little accident out there. That is awesome. Probably only certain ones do that. It'll take a little expertise. And there they go. We got a few more Jeeps to go, but there's other countries also that follow the precedent set by the 13 colonies. The Philippines celebrate July 4th as its Republic Day to commemorate the day in 1946 when the country ceased to be a territory of the United States. This day was observed as Independence Day until 1962. The name was changed in 1964 to Republic Day. Interesting. Of course, most of you remember the history, if you're old enough, that Philippines were a possession of ours. Territory, we controlled it after World War II and gave back their freedom. All right, we're about to end the ride with the Jeeps. And we hear the fire trucks off in the distance too. And here comes the Monk family with the little sports car. I keep forgetting the name of it, but everybody knows what it is. He brings it out for all the parades. I guess it'd be kind of fun to ride in that. And we got more video now from Doug. Now he's at the back of the parade now. Now Levi and them, they go up and down all around, so now they're at the back end of the parade, coming up behind the fire trucks. It's nice thing about recording, you can slip in all that and add parts to it. Now we have Access Counseling Services. There goes our golf cart.
This might be Jeff's counselor, Mom. She's going to be in it today. Counseling service. Might be Jeff's counseling service.
And they got a few people there. In the country of Rwanda, July 4th is an official holiday known as Liberation Day. This day commemorates the end of 1994 Rwanda genocide. The U.S. government played a role in their Liberation Day. And here's some more access counseling.
Should be full, man. That's too hard on
Now we have Grace Baptist Church. They always have pretty goodly number of floats in every parade. And there's a big semi-truck. Do not get me stand. And together we serve. Here the fire truck's bringing up the rear here. A little lemonade stand, 15 cents. Classic car. And the last truck for Grace Baptist Church. And the truck. And leading the way will be the Middletown Fire Department Honor Guard, followed by the fire units. Here comes our guys again. And there's our two guys with the axes. Kind of interesting. And right behind the Middletown Fire Department is the Madison Fire Department units. Stay tuned, we'll be at Woodside Cemetery for coverage of the awards program. Right now our bike group is called the Riders for Life.
thank y'all for coming out. The parade was awesome. I just want to introduce our judges for the different parade floats. If you have a representative that's going to be accepting the awards, if you guys could come a little bit closer, that'd be awesome. First, I want to introduce Thomas Hall. Wave. Jeffrey Diver. And I'm going to hand the mic over to Miss Deanna Shores to give out awards.
Good morning. Everyone did a fabulous job. So I get to announce the winners. We have first and second place today. And I have some little helpers here who are going to hand those out. So if you can raise your hand if you're the representative, that's going to help us out a little bit. So first place for fraternal organization is Middletown Moose 501.
Right over there, sweetheart.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The second place for fraternal organization is Knights of Columbus.
They're not here.
Okay. Neighborhood and youth. So let me explain these. We had to rank things and put them in certain categories. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. So neighborhood and youth. First place goes to Grace Baptist.
Right behind you. I'm behind you.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you.
Second place for neighborhood youth is Skateway. First place for civic organization is Joseph's Legacy. Second place is the Jeep Club. Church group. First place is Town Church. They might. I think they might be here. Second place is Cross Point Church. Here we go. It looks like they're over. You got it? Right over there. Uh-oh. And best overall for theme this year is going to Town Church. United we stand. Congratulations. Thank everyone for coming out today. It's a beautiful day. Go enjoy it. Hopefully, no wait. I think we have one more.
We're going to do the gun salute and taps.
Thank you. You may all be go home and time with your families. Thank you.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to